What's up, everybody? Welcome to Thursday night. It's time to watch the Orville with you.
Eddie Murphy and his confidence in his...
What's up, everybody? It's time to watch the Orville. Season 2, Episode 10. Are you ready, Tiffany?
Yes, I am. I'm trying to find it.
Go up to schedule.
I know.
Yeah.
I know what to do.
All right, cool. I'll be right back.
This heart-stopping adventure aboard the Orville begins right now. Tonight's episode of the Orville is presented with limited commercials.
Here's the aftermath of last week.
By the authority vested in me, by the Planetary Union, I hereby present you, Lieutenant Yaphet, with the Sapphire Star for extraordinary heroism beyond the call of duty during the Kalon conflict.
On a day's work, Captain.
Very nice.
Okay, here we go. Eldorian vodka shots for everybody.
Oh, no, I cannot do a shot of that stuff. My body will not tolerate Eldorian vodka.
Just down it. Go.
I'll take a small sip. How about that?
Hey, look, on the count of 3, we'll all do it.
1, 2, 3. Wow. That is good stuff. You weren't lying.
You just dumped it on the floor.
Bridge to Captain Mercer.
Gotta think that. Mercer here, go ahead.
Sir, Admiral Perry is calling on a Priority 1 channel. He needs to speak with you and Commander Grayson immediately.
We're on our way.
Thanks.
Yeah, actually, you can turn it.
I heard there was a ceremony. Sorry to interrupt.
No, your timing was great for me, actually.
Captain, I have historic news. The Krill are ready to negotiate a peace treaty.
Are you serious?
Is this because of the Kalon threat?
That's a primary reason. But we suspect there may also be progressive elements within the Krill power structure. We're flexing a bit of muscle. Regardless of the cause, we've been trying to open a dialogue with them for years. We were hoping the ceasefire after the Battle of the Kalon would lead to talks, and it looks like it has.
Admiral, this is incredible news, but I'm just curious, why call us?
Because you're going to shepherd the signing of the Lock 5 Pact.
The what?
In the Krill political process, it's a sort of prelude to a peace treaty. It indicates that both parties will approach the table in good faith.
Sir, with all due respect, you must have hundreds of diplomats who are more qualified for this.
To be honest, there's no one who's qualified. The only direct long-term dealing we've had with the Krill is the undercover mission conducted by you and Lieutenant Malloy. And of course, your relationship with the Krill woman who infiltrated your ship.
Yeah.
Admiral, what do you want us to do?
You're to rendezvous with the Krill vessel Devorokos in 12 hours at Terra Z3.
The Devorokos.
Yes, it means bringer of blood.
Oh, that's cool.
The ship will be carrying a Krill ambassadorial detachment. You'll host them in the briefing room. If you can secure the signing of the Lock 5, it throws the door wide open for the admirals to begin official treaty negotiations.
Understood. We'll do our best.
Good luck, Captain. This is momentous.
Bet you wish you'd had that shot.
It's kind of a big deal.
That dancing always a win.
Captain, the Krill vessel is approaching.
Should we raise deflectors?
Leave them down. Let's show a little trust.
Sir, there is another vessel in range. It is a Krill shuttle. The Krill vessel is firing on it.
They're firing on their own shuttle.
Hi, William.
The Krill shuttle is hailing us.
Put them on.
Shuttle to Union vessel, I'm under attack. Request emergency docking.
Morris, open the bay doors, then raise deflectors.
Aye, sir.
Yeah, well. What's going on, Thomas Dang? Good to see you, bro. Basically, the Krill showed up. They're looking to make a peace treaty, and one of the Krill
Ship just looks so cool.
ships just was attacking one of their shuttles, and it turns out to be some guy on here named Orn that what's his name knows. So it'll be interesting to see where that's going.
He called him Orin.
Yeah, he called him Orn. So
And we don't know if he's dead or if he was just, it looks like he had blood on his forehead, so maybe he was just hit in the head.
yeah, it looked like he was unconscious.
Slimy 101 says he is a POW.
Yeah, that's what I figured. He's some kind. They probably brought him as a thing.
Maybe
because
someone who used to be on the Orville?
well, probably not the Orville, but
That they knew from the academy, maybe?
yeah, probably. Well, he's probably somebody in the Union, but he's been captured for a while. So they probably brought him since they're doing a peace treaty. That he was probably like I said, a prisoner of war.
But that lady though, she was so afraid.
What's up, Mr. Tipper Wiper
She was
Woo?
afraid of the med scanner.
So that's all that's happened so far, Thomas Dang. They just they gave Yaphet a medal for his bravery during the whole Kalon War thing, and then right after that they just started talking about how they're looking to do a peace treaty with the Krill, and so it's a pretty big deal. And so Captain Mercer is going to be the one to try to negotiate that. There's like I can't remember what they just called it, but there's something before the actual treaty goes into place, and so he's there to negotiate that.
And Yaphet got his award.
I know. What's up, John Kohler? Good to see you.
Thank you, Tipper.
Thank you.
It's okay.
It's all right, John. We all have that problem sometimes. Yeah, we saw that, Caleb. You sent us those pictures today on Instagram.
It is now my picture on my phone right now.
That's awesome. But yeah, show's back on. It's called Blood of Patriots.
You will hand over the human to us immediately, Captain.
You were firing on one of your own shuttles during a rendezvous for peace talks. I'm not doing anything until I know what's going on.
The criminal that you are currently harboring is responsible for destroying 4 Krill vessels.
What happened?
3 of the ships were destroyed in the past 30 days, after the ceasefire.
How could one person do that kind of damage with a shuttle?
A stolen shuttle. And he is in possession of a very powerful weapon.
What weapon?
I do not know. A proper interrogation will yield answers.
We searched the shuttle. We didn't find any weapons. Just some survival items and medical supplies.
Look, why don't you and the delegation come over to the Orville and we can speak in person?
Very well. Expect our arrival presently.
Orders.
They all talk with their heads up like this.
Poor actor.
Tala, I need a little time to get some information on our guest. Is there any way you could stall the Krill?
I think I can set a few boarding regulations. That might take some time.
Thanks.
Warren and I were best friends. From grade school all the way through Union Point. We're both in our early 20s, and we were stationed on Outpost 73. Warren was living there with his wife and their newborn daughter, Lena, when the Krill made a surprise attack on the outpost. Warren's wife was killed. He and his daughter disappeared.
Oh my God.
No one ever heard from them again.
Wow.
It was assumed they were captured or killed.
And now here they are.
Easy. Don't try to sit up yet. Your head's gonna be okay, but don't push it.
Where's my daughter?
She's resting in guest quarters. I tried to get her into sickbay, but she went into a panic.
After what they did to her, I'm not surprised.
I asked her what was wrong, but she won't speak.
She hasn't said a word in 12 years.
Why not?
Dang.
You try spending your entire life in a Krill prison camp, you see how chatty you're feeling.
What happened?
Let's just say the Krill doctors weren't exactly gentle with their examinations.
I understand, but I've got to be able to examine her myself to make sure she's okay.
She's healthy, at least physically. Just give her a few days to trust her surroundings. My God. Gordon Malloy.
Oren, it's been 20 years. I don't even know what to say.
Last time I saw you, you had a mohawk.
Yeah, no, believe me, I remember. Not my proudest moment. Oren, what happened to you?
I'm sorry to cut this short, but there's a more immediate matter that needs to be resolved. Lieutenant Channing, I'm Captain Ed Mercer. I feel like a jerk saying this to you after what you've been through, but you should know the Krill ship that was chasing you is demanding that I return you to their custody. They're saying you violated the ceasefire with the Union on 3 occasions in the past month.
You gotta be kidding me. Captain Lena and I were in that Krill prison for 20 years. We escaped 6 weeks ago by stealing a Krill shuttle. We ran out of plasma for the quantum drive before we could reach Union space. It took us a month just to get this far.
Why didn't you use the comm system? Call the Union for help.
Couldn't risk divulging our location to the Krill. If they'd intercepted the message before it got to the Union, they would have snatched us up and thrown us right back in that prison cell. No way in hell we were going back there.
So you know nothing about those Krill ships?
Not a thing, sir. I didn't even know there was a ceasefire.
How much you want to bet he's lying and something's wrong that he did wrong? They're gonna have to turn
May
it
I
back
have the
over.
fleet registry number for your vessel, please?
I've already told you twice.
Oh, yes, of course. It's right here. Mother's maiden name?
These boarding regulations are outrageous.
I'm just doing my job, sir. Mother's maiden name.
Calavos.
And are you carrying any fruits or vegetables or livestock of any kind? Snails?
Of course not.
All right. Then I'll just need a urine sample and you're good to go.
What?
A urine sample from each of you. Just go ahead and fill these up, or as much as you got in you.
And where are we supposed to do that?
You can go behind the crates over there. I won't look.
Pea corner.
It's the P corner. That's awesome. Good.
Yeah.
Kelly here. Captain, I can't stall the Krill any longer. I've come up with every boarding check I can think of, and even made up a few more.
Just buy me 5 more minutes, okay? Then take them straight to the briefing room.
Captain, I don't know what else I can do.
Tell it, just 5 minutes.
Understood.
I don't know, Caleb.
Hey,
Hey,
am I interrupting?
I'm just trying to find anything in the Union intelligence briefings that confirms the destruction of those Krill ships, just in case they're lying.
You're not thinking you might turn Oren over to them?
No, we have no extradition treaty with the Krill. Besides, if I did that, they'd kill him.
Well, for what it's worth, I know Oren. He couldn't have done what they're saying. He's a good guy.
That's why he's gonna do it.
Yep.
Look, I know he's your friend. And I understand that he's just been through a nightmare, but honestly, Gordon, he could not have shown up at a worse time. I mean, I gotta tell you, this puts me in a hell of a bind.
I know. Maybe we could, I don't know, offer the Krill something else instead.
Like what?
Free back rubs or something.
Free back rubs.
Yeah, listen, I gotta get back to this.
Yeah, no,
'Cause I
do you think?
have
Do you
to
think? I
go
was
to-
just pitching.
It's a good pitch. I'll take it under
Okay,
consideration.
I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Captain Mercer, when may we expect the return of the criminal you are holding?
Well, I was actually hoping we could table that for now.
We have told you what he has done.
He has a young daughter with him. She needs time to heal. Whatever your damn prison did to her was...
We do not want the girl, only the butcher. Those 4 Krill vessels held a combined crew complement of 1,200,
He wasn't eating, he was
all
licking
dead
Isaac's
by his hand.
Ambassador, I'm very sorry for your loss. But you still haven't told us how one man in a stolen shuttle could have destroyed 4 Krill ships.
We do not know how he did it. That is what an interrogation is for.
Look, Ambassador, let's not kid ourselves. We all know an interrogation means death.
The death of one against the death of 1,200. You are godless heretics by nature, but even you cannot ignore such killing.
I seem to recall being on board a Krill vessel that was prepared to wipe out an entire Union colony, but let's not go there right now. Look, our 2 peoples have been in conflict for longer than you and I have been alive. Hundreds of thousands of people have died as a result. We have a chance to stop the hate and the violence right here, right now, by agreeing to peace. So let's focus on making that happen.
Unless you return a criminal to our custody, there will be no peace. Our ship will return in 12 hours. You have that long to decide if this will be a lakmai or a battleground.
It's probably gonna be dinner in.
All right. Wow. Yeah, so I'm convinced at this point that he did something,
Yeah.
and that he's gonna. I don't know if they're gonna turn him over or.
The fact that Gordon is like, I trust him, he's a good guy. Yep, he's not gonna be. Something's gonna happen.
Yeah, he did something. What?
That always happens on the TV shows where it's like one guy that someone knew from their past. They're like, oh yeah, they're good, and they end up turning out bad.
Actually, Caleb, I heard that we were gonna be having a Gordon-centric episode coming up.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just looked up and our local news had a thing where the guy who looked like the guy who plays the Joker on Gotham. This guy apparently was in a courtroom, and did he not?
He did look like.
He even had a scar along his face, like right here, and red hair.
His last name was Monahan.
So I'm sorry. I looked up and I went, yeah. There you go.
Joker's getting charged in Flint somewhere.
There you go. They can't get him in Gotham, but they can get him in Flint.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah, you know, Gordon. I'm sure Gordon will mature. I think all of them. Man, it's back on again.
It says limited.
Limited commercials, baby. Gotta get that stuff in quick, don't you?
You really got a knack for going down discs.
She's fascinating. This whole ship's a brand new world to her. Every experience is either enthralling or terrifying.
Last time I saw her, she was just a baby.
True Izzy's mom.
How bad was it in there, really?
It was bad. It was harder on Lena. She didn't have the advantage of union training. She's tough, though. She's tougher than she looks.
Listen, Oren. I never got to say thank you. You saved my life that day.
Just doing my job.
Maybe, but we both know if you hadn't stopped to pull me and the others out of that wreckage, we would have been captured or killed. Could have been me in that Krill prison instead of you. I owe you.
You owe me nothing. We were a team.
I'm sorry about Sophie. I wish I could have been there for you.
I was in a Krill prison camp. You were in a union hospital trying to decide whether to keep your mohawk. I appreciate the thought. Losing her was the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Yep.
It what scared me the most was the knowledge that someday, years down the line, there would come a time when her absence would feel like the norm. When I would resign myself to her loss and my life, the life that I accepted as real, would be the one without her in it. And now that is my reality. But I'm okay. And all I want from this point on is for Lena to have the life she deserves.
If there's anything I can do, you name it.
You can tell your captain that there's peace with the Krill. It's a big mistake.
You really believe that?
You make a deal with tyranny, it only gets worse.
A lot of people died during this conflict. If we can secure a treaty, then they didn't die for nothing. It'll bring meaning to Sophie's death.
I think you're getting it right here, Caleb.
Don't you ever say that again. Ever. Peace with the Krill is a slap in the face of Sophie's memory. It's the Union saying, we forgive you for all the atrocities. We didn't care about those people anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to imply.
I'm tired. I need to sleep.
Look, Oren.
You can Forgive and not
I
forgiven.
know you're a patriot at heart. And when you boil it down, that's what this is about.
Patriotism is only for people with large families.
Do you know what this is, Lena? It's a musical instrument from Talisman planet Celea.
It's called a pelpifa. It combines musical tones with holographic patterns. Watch.
I did not think that was that big.
They have one like that on
Thought it was a razor.
Futurama.
Thought it was a razor.
Futurama has one like that.
Pretty cool, right? You try it.
Man, look
My
at her
parents
eyes.
forced me to learn it when I was in school. It's pretty much the whole reason I never got laid.
Just FYI, it'd probably be late now.
That was really pretty.
He is so funny.
Captain,
No, don't get up. This is completely off the record.
Uh-oh.
What is your impression of Warren Channing?
I have absolutely nothing to base this on, but I don't trust him.
And why not?
Like I said, no reason. He's a Union officer. He's obviously a close friend of Lieutenant Malloy's. He's been through a hellish experience, and he deserves our sympathy. But something about him rubs me the wrong way.
Do you
Says
think
the rest of
there's
everybody
any
watching.
possibility at all that he could have somehow destroyed those krill ships?
I did a standard security sweep of him and his shuttle, and I did not find a single weapon.
What about torpedoes?
Empty.
So the lack of evidence would suggest the krill are lying.
It looks that way.
I need to know for sure, and soon.
Even
Thanks,
if he
Tipper.
had destroyed those ships, could you blame him? If I had been through what he has, I'd probably want every last one of them dead.
And this is why peace treaties don't happen every day. Do me a favor, keep an eye on him.
Yes, sir. Will do.
I really like. She's really growing on me.
I just feel like
Actually, I'm starting to like her
like once a week.
more than the original chick.
Laura.
Malika's brillo. Like no uniforms, just come to work in a t-shirt. Abuka. Seriously? Jidouche? Sweetness. I'm gonna do that.
That was funny.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hey, Lieutenant. How's it going? Yeah, not too bad. I've been wanting to check out engineering since I came on board. God, things have advanced a lot in 20 years.
Yeah, quantum drive technology is a hell of a lot better than it used to be. You're welcome to take a look around if you want.
Oh, thanks. I'd love to.
And here we go. Disappearing behind the corner. Going back into a secluded spot. You're right, Izzy's mom. There's something up about him, though. He's very angry. I know.
Looking for something?
Lieutenant, it startled me.
Sorry.
This engineering tech is incredible. I've never seen anything like it. I think I got a little lost.
Well, it's mostly just parts and storage back here. Not much to see.
I hope I'm not in breach of any protocol.
Of course not. You're a Union officer. You have clearance all over the ship.
Even so, I don't want to get in anybody's hair.
If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask.
Thank you.
attitude and too...
This is the commercial where they slide across all of the, holding a breakfast burrito.
Oh yeah, that is a great tune.
I love it. All right, guys.
Ooh, that's a pretty dog. And part husky.
Wow, German Shepherd and part husky.
Sounds beautiful. I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, me too. I'll tell you what. There's something about him. I'm still just trying to put my finger on it. I mean, that like obviously, I'm just wondering if it's all because of him being hurt over his wife, or if there's something more to it. Who hurt you? Who hurt you?
Hello.
Hello.
We are looking for.
I can see it in your eyes.
I can see it in the crib. Sorry. Wookie's like, what you doing, Dad?
Are you somewhere feeling lonely because your wife was killed? Tell me how you blew those ships up, 'cause I haven't got a clue. But let me start by saying
Wookie loves
I don't
you.
trust you. I trust you, though.
I want to know why the daughter won't speak.
Yeah,
The creepy-eyed daughter.
why is her eyes looking like they're bugging out? All right, we're back.
That's a nice song.
Thank you, Thomas.
The second dog is a husky.
I found him in the rear
I love
section of our
huskies. My aunt
engineering.
used to
He
read
seemed
that.
to be looking for something.
Did he say anything?
Not really, but he acted like I caught him doing something he wasn't supposed to.
Have Chief Lamar check and see if anything's missing.
Yes, sir.
I think it's funny that whether you're male or female, they say sir.
So now what?
Amuses me.
Well,
We're running out of time.
I know.
That's right.
Still amuses
First to
me.
the bridge. Get me Admiral Perry.
Captain, it's imperative that the lockby be signed. You're representing the Union in this matter, and you can't blow it.
Sir, the Krill have made it clear they won't even begin a dialogue with us unless we give them Orin.
War's a nasty business for a lot of people who weren't in on starting it. And without this alliance, we're no match for the Kalon. So the Admiralty's considering a provisional extradition agreement.
What?
Only if he's guilty. And it's just a discussion for now.
Admiral, if we hand him over to the Krill, they will torture him and kill him.
And if we don't, there will be no treaty and billions more could die.
What about his service record? I mean, the guy just spent 20 years in a Krill prison. How the hell can we even think about sending him back?
No one is disputing his heroism, but we need more information. Captain, it's imperative that you find out if this man is guilty of what they're charging him with.
We'll do our best.
Is this who we are now?
We need a lead, and fast.
You made it!
Nice.
You blew it up! Oh, damn you!
Okay, watch this, watch this. Get ready. Here it comes. Bam! Huh? He was on Earth the whole time. Isn't that nuts? Did you see that coming?
Sure she
Hey,
did with those big eyes.
you don't have to worry. The real Earth isn't like that. I know you've never seen it, but it's really cool.
She was
Maybe
raised
someday
as a
your dad will
chancellor.
take you there. Come in.
Hey,
Ed, hey.
what's going on?
Oh, I was just giving Lena a crash course in the classics.
Great. Listen, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure, what's up?
Privately?
What is it?
Look, if there's anything I should know about Orin, now is the time to tell me.
Like what?
Has he said anything at all to indicate that he might have violated the ceasefire?
Are you serious right now? Ed, the guy is one of the most dedicated officers I've ever known. What's going on?
The admirals are considering a provisional extradition agreement, if he's guilty.
Wait, you wouldn't follow through with it?
I just need as much information as I can get right now.
Ed, all he's done is survive. He raised that girl by himself. She doesn't have anyone else in this world but him.
Gordon, I'm on your side.
Who has
All right,
same
but the
interest
sooner I
in
know
it.
what's going on, the sooner I can figure out a way to help this guy without selling out the union. Now just tell me if he said anything.
He just said he thinks the peace is a mistake.
He said that.
Yeah. What of it? You know what? I think it's a mistake too.
Come on, you don't mean that.
Yeah, I do. They're butchering fundamentalist fanatics. We shouldn't even be talking to them.
Gordon, you're smarter than that. Don't let him get in your head.
Oh my God.
What?
You're jealous.
I'm jealous? What am I jealous of?
Our friendship. Oren and I have known each other longer than you and I have. We're close, and you don't like that.
That's insane. What are we in 6th grade here?
Guess so.
Look, Gordon, I'm just trying to do the right thing.
The right thing is to protect him. He's a union officer. Do your job.
I'll let you know when I figure out what that is.
Oh.
Zipper.
Zephyr.
Hey there. How was the movie? Oh, I think she saw the twist ending coming. She's a smart one. Oren. You didn't violate the ceasefire, did you? What? Ed told me. The admirals are talking extradition.
Political snakes.
We need to act now.
Huh?
There's a way we can stop this peace from happening. All I need is a shuttle. Can you get me one?
A shuttle? Oren, what are you talking about?
You don't believe in this peace any more than I do. Get me a shuttle. I can stop it.
How?
I'll tell you once we're off the Orville.
Oren, I can't do that.
Why not?
Because I just can't.
Well then, you're gonna have to report me to your captain. I saved your life, and I paid for it with 20 years of my own. Now I'm asking a favor of you. Don't make me regret the sacrifice I made.
Man.
They're coming for us.
Don't miss the Passage season finale.
Now, see, you know what's interesting about this episode? It's only 9:33. And this episode has seemed like it's a lot longer. This seems like we should be at the end.
I know, it's so weird where other ones is like it goes by so quick that you just don't feel like you have
I
enough
know,
time.
the last two have just like gone by like that. And
Dang, look at the scar on his face.
sorry, the guy who looks like the Joker is back on television again. Yeah, but that's weird. Like this episode's only half over. That's interesting.
But it's still a good episode, even though it's going by slower than the other ones.
Man.
He's such a cutie.
I like Gotham too. We actually love Gotham. I've had.
I'm gonna watch this week's episode.
Yeah, although I will say this season has been a little rough for me because I'm not a big fan of the No Man's Land storyline, really in any form that I've seen so far. I didn't like it in The Dark Knight Rises, and not really a big fan of the comic because it seems kind of unrealistic to me that the government would just leave a city on its own just for some mob bosses and stuff. That just doesn't seem to make any sense. But that being said, I would say that it's still a great show and it's still been good. But I'm looking forward to seeing how it ends. That's good to know. So Tiffany and I, when we get done with this video, we'll be watching that.
Watching what?
Caleb said that Gotham was great. The first finale was tonight, and it was amazing.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so.
What do you mean first finale?
Is it like a... How many episodes are we in? Is it like almost done?
Yeah.
But I thought, is it the mid-season finale?
I thought Gotham was only getting half a season.
Yeah, we only have a half.
Yeah, it's only... Speaking of stuff only getting half a season, Arrow's going to be done next season. We talked about that during... we're going to probably have to save that until after the show. But man, we got all kinds of stuff happening in DC news this week.
From Suicide Squad to Arrow.
Gotham has been a good show, though. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe that it's over. They kind of started to lose me at season 2 a little bit. They started losing me at season 2 a little bit because of I didn't like Fish Mooney, and like the moment that she plucked out her eyeball, squashed it on the floor, and then the next week she had a new eyeball. I'm sorry, I can suspend disbelief so far, but I just looked at it and went, yeah, that's not how that works.
Derulio from The Krill.
Which was he? The pilot or the captain? I mean, Derulio.
Guess who that is?
Who is it?
Rob Lowe.
What? You know what? It looked like Rob Lowe.
Derulio is Rob Lowe.
Derulio on this episode of the Orville. That's so funny that you say it because I was sitting there thinking, man, he looks so familiar. And at one point, like I thought, he kind of looks like Rob Lowe in Krill.
He asked who was playing Orin, and so I was trying to look it up real quick during the break.
Interesting.
There's a bunch of people. Will Sasso is Muska. Jeffrey Tambor is Ben Mercer. There's like all these different people.
Is Krill?
No.
Who's Will Sasso? I didn't see Will Sasso.
Muska. Mooska. I don't know which episode though. I'm trying to look up and see if they have.
And we're back.
Hey, Yaffet, can you grab me a conduit buffer cap?
Think you went to the bathroom?
It's alright, I'll get it.
Well, it's open. Let me step over here.
Two of these have gone missing from the supply area.
What is it?
It's a quantum storage cell. It uses a small anti-grav field to transport quantum plasma from one place to another.
Orin was back there. That's where I saw him snooping around.
Quantum plasma can be weaponized. Is any of it missing?
It's not exactly an easy thing to just walk into engineering and take, but I checked anyway. It's all there.
Any traces of it elsewhere on the ship?
I did a scan just in case. Nope.
Lieutenant, you did do a full sweep when this man came on board.
For the last time, yes. I scanned him completely. I've even scanned the entire ship for any anomalous weapons. Plasma, chemical, biological, everything.
What about his daughter?
Checked her too. No weapons of any kind. Look, if it'll make everyone feel better, I'll perform a second ship-wide sweep. But I can already tell you I'm not going to find anything.
So basically all this guy's done is steal a bunch of pens from the office. What are we missing?
Say something.
Come in.
Lieutenant Malloy, what can I do for you?
I was wondering if you wanted to get a drink or something.
You want to get a drink with me?
She's on her computer a lot.
Sure, why not? Thought we might get to know each other a little better.
Are you asking me out?
No, I'm not. I just felt like a drink.
I suppose I could use a break. Mess hall?
Or we could just have a drink right here.
There's the bartender.
One scotch neat. You?
Chilean rum.
Chilean rum.
If it were only that easy.
Thanks. Cheers.
Tell, I have to tell you something.
What?
Orin asked me to steal a shuttle.
When?
Earlier today. He said all he needed was a shuttle and he could stop the peace.
How does he plan to do that?
He said he wouldn't tell me until we're off the Orville.
Have you told the captain?
No. Look, Tala, I know. I have to tell him. But if I do, I've betrayed a man who saved my life. A friend who goes back 30 years. And if I don't, I've betrayed this ship. And Ed.
By telling me, you know you've made your choice.
I guess I just wanted to hear myself say it out loud. Don't talk to the captain. I'll tell him.
Now he's gonna get stopped.
Let's go.
Well, no, he's baiting him. He's getting him off the. It's pretty obvious what he's doing.
Baiting him and getting.
No. My wife, ladies and gentlemen. So wrong. No,
You're the one that said it.
he's baiting him to get him off the ship. Shut up. What are we in 6th grade?
I live in a house with boys. Even the dog is a boy.
Well, that's what I was saying, Caleb. I think you asked for it right at the right episode because this is what we got. Anyways, he's baiting him to get him off the ship so that he will tell him exactly what he needs to know so that they can get it. So great. I'll be right back.
Talk to you.
I gotta go find the P corner.
Right here, right now. Humera.
The network that reinvented the TV singing competition brings you a new competition with a spin of its own.
Who is married to Daniel Craig?
Oh, I don't pay attention to straight relationships.
Love hosts Mental Samurai premieres March 19th on Fox.
I see a Muslim woman who got a 25-year sentence. I'm not going to stand for it.
We're gonna get you out of here with a look at that drive. Only proven innocent tomorrow on Fox.
Back on when you're done with the P corner.
I thought you said you were going to talk to the captain.
Tala, please.
I don't know what the hell you think you're doing, but you're going to turn around and walk back out that door.
Please. Don't get in the middle of this.
We both know I can put your lights out with one hand. Don't make me do it.
Part of the whole ruse.
I'm sorry.
She gets shot every week.
Her thing now.
Skip the prep. You gotta get out of here fast. Copy.
So I'd be back to flight school, eh?
Captain, Shuttle 1 has just launched. Tracking device is functioning.
Good. Keep monitoring.
This is a big freaking gamble.
I know. Mercer to Keali. How are you doing?
He could have lightened up on the stun, but he played the part well. I'll go check on Lena.
Captain, the Krill vessel is hailing us. Put him on.
There's Isaac.
Captain Mercer, we will arrive at the rendezvous point in 30 minutes. I do hope you have made the correct decision regarding the criminal.
My time's not up yet. We still have 30 minutes before your deadline. I expect you to honor it. Mercer out.
Okay, we're cloaked. The Orville won't be able to follow us.
Now, what's the plan? Set a course to rendezvous with the Krill ship. What? Just do it. Trust me. plan is,
Gordon.
Trust me.
Captain, the shuttle has changed course to intercept the Krill vessel.
My God, what is he doing?
I have no idea. Maybe we should contact her.
Then Orrin will know it's a setup. Gordon's gotta contact us.
Crazy Eyes is still on the ship.
Hey, can I come in? Thought I'd stop by and check on you. I'm sure it's been a stressful day. I know you're probably wondering what's going on with your father. All I can tell you is... What happened to your arm? Who did that to you? Look, I know you're scared of the doctor, but we have to get that checked out. Kelly to Finn, I need you in Lieutenant Channing's quarters right away.
Yep.
Tell her to relay my order.
Hey, look who can talk.
Anytime a character turns their back on another character, something is going to happen.
She had marks on her arm. Oh my gosh, crazy.
I missed the mark, so I'm gonna...
They look like little, like, burn marks almost.
Thought I'd stop by and check on you. I'm sure it's been a stressful day. I know you're probably wondering what's going on with your father. All I can tell you is...
Oh!
Yeah.
What happened to your arm?
How much would I bet that's
delicious?
like the weapon?
Oh, yeah.
Chef Junior, come here. This
Whatever the weapon is, how much you want to bet that that's how they extracted it or something?
Did you see what Caleb just put?
What's that?
The writers, he goes, the writers of the Orville comic just announced that the first arc after the two-part first issue will take place between seasons 1 and 2, and the main focus of which will be on Kelly.
That's cool.
Dang.
She talks. Damn right she talks. Now tell her to belay that order. Now.
You ever met a Sicilian before?
No.
You have now.
Booyah!
What the hell? Oh my.
Tala, step away from her. Doctor, what? Step away from her. Right now. You're too late. Lock it. Doctor, you mind telling me Victor Bridge?
You need to set up a force field around Lieutenant Channing's quarters immediately. Divert all available power.
Strong as you can make it.
Doctor, what's going on?
Please, just do it. And initiate a nitrogen purge in those quarters.
Isaac. Yes, Captain. Level 12 force field activated around guest quarters.
Come on. Hey, wait! I want answers. What do you know about Channing's daughter?
Whoever that woman in there is, it's not his daughter. That's why she wouldn't submit to a medical exam.
She's the bomb.
Oh my God.
The what?
What's involved?
It's a race of humanoids from a distant star system called the Car B. Their blood cells contain an iodide compound which, when exposed to a nitrogen-rich atmosphere, renders the plasma highly unstable.
Wait, so you're saying...
When their blood hits the air, it becomes an explosive substance.
You're lucky you didn't blow the ship half apart when you decked her.
Their homeworld's atmosphere includes an element that neutralizes the effect, but they're too biologically dangerous for us to interact with. So 50 years ago, they made an agreement with the Union to stay away from any worlds with nitrogen atmospheres.
And that's why most of us have never seen one.
Where did Lieutenant Channing find her?
Who knows?
Could Orrin have been extracting her blood to use as a weapon?
The needle marks on her arm.
Why would he use a needle?
The blood is too unstable to use an electron hypodermic.
That's why he stole the quantum storage cells, to transport it.
And that's how he destroyed those Krill ships? by firing compressed units of involved blood from the Krill shuttle's torpedo launchers.
Union shuttles do not have torpedo launchers. How is he planning to deploy the weapon?
He isn't. It's a suicide mission.
With Gordon on board.
John, take the helm. Set a course to intercept the shuttle.
Minutes to intercept the Krill vessel. Okay, Orin, you gotta tell me what we're doing or I'm stopping right here. What is that?
Justice.
Looks more like eggnog.
It's involved blood. Just a few ounces of this is enough to destroy a starship's quantum drive.
Where did you get involved blood?
Lena was killed by the Krill 20 years ago along with my wife. The girl you met is an involved I encountered at an outpost after I escaped the POW camp. She hates the Krill for her own reasons, so we joined forces.
You did destroy those Krill ships.
With great pleasure.
Malloy to Orville. I'm returning to the shuttle bay.
What are you doing?
You son of a bitch, you lied to me!
Gordon, listen to me. We have to do this.
Stun
I
him!
understand what you went through was a nightmare, but you don't understand a damn thing! You've had a life!
For 20 years, all I've had is loneliness and brutality, and all the time in the world to relive the memory of watching my family die!
I'm sorry, Orin. War is hell on all sides. But this agreement can stop the killing.
Gordon was still setting him up, but it wasn't what they expected it to be. Stun him! Don't just hold him.
It's over.
What are you doing? We can intercept the Krill ship and do what we came here to do, or we can die here. Orin, please, don't do this. It's too late. Can't be stopped. If you want to set the course, I will. You realize what you've done? Put this on. Go to hell, Malloy.
First.
How long till we intercept the shuttle?
3 minutes. Run every red light. Aye, sir.
That's funny.
Orin, we have to abandon ship. Now put the suit on.
Ungrateful bastard, I saved your life.
And I'll always be in your debt. But asking me to commit kamikaze suicide with you is kind of a backpedal, don't you think? Orin, I don't want to lose you again.
That leap of faith that. Oh my gosh.
Man. Imagine in real life what that would be like.
Nice.
Yeah, no, you're right, Thomas Dang. That does remind me of that too. Yeah. Good point.
By the provisional authority granted to me by the Admiralty of the Planetary Union, I hereby bear witness to this momentous forward step in the pursuit of peace.
Wow. Signature.
I hope that this marks the beginning of a new era of non-violence between our two peoples.
We will see. A peace is only as strong as those who uphold it.
And of course, trust is earned.
We agree on that, Commander.
Dang. Did you ever think those guys would like?
And another great episode.
Aw.
Come in.
Hey. Listen, I just wanted to say I'm sorry. It's not easy to have to put duty before friendship, especially when someone dies.
Oren died a long time ago, back in that Krill prison. The man who died in that shuttle was somebody else.
Well, I also wanted to say that I think you may have been right. I may have felt a little threatened by your friendship with Oren.
Dude, that's insane. Why?
Because every moment that I sit in that chair on the bridge, I'm always wondering, do I deserve this? I mean, should this be someone else? And that's something I can never vocalize to any other member of the crew because they would lose confidence. I mean, I can talk to Kelly, but that's been a little complicated lately. I count on you, man.
Dude, you can always count on me. That's never gonna change. You're my best friend. Nobody's ever gonna come along and mess it up. I swear. I mean, maybe like a really hot girl, but other than that.
Thanks. Well, look, it's after shift, so why don't we go get a beer and you can tell me about your friend?
Aw, romance. That was a great episode.
What's next week?
Hey, guys, would you want to go to a party with me?
Sure. Whose party?
It's Laura's.
In 2 weeks,
Dang
I've
it!
never met anybody like you.
there's a mysterious love aboard the Orville.
Would you care to explain?
What do you mean?
The Orville, all new in 2 weeks on Fox.
What do you want?
So all that's fine. The episode was great and all, but Caleb, how can you not like Wrath of Khan? And you got to see the other one, Undiscovered Country. Man, it was very much like this.
Caleb, a week off. What the heck?
very much like this, but with the Klingons and I mean, just really good. Very similar, where people don't want the peace accord to happen and everything. Yeah, but man, another great episode of the Orville. I love this show. This show just, I mean, we have the absolute. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Playing.
There's all kinds of people watching. They're watching you. Can you say hi?
It's like, yeah, they're gonna watch me lick your face.
Yep. But we had that awesome two-parter
Yeah, that was really good.
And then they come back with this episode, which is a heartfelt, heart-wrenching episode. Man.
When your best friend becomes a terrorist.
Yeah, you know, Caleb, you know, I would suggest actually first find and watch the original episode of the original series that Khan is on. And I'd have to, I can't remember the name of the episode right now off the top of my head. But find that episode, watch that episode, and then watch Wrath of Khan to get some context under which Wrath of Khan happens. And then just follow the series from there. Watch the series going out. And because the whole series connects. I actually once went to a Star Trek marathon for a local movie theater, and when it opened, and they did a 15-hour. Back then, it was only up through Generations, and if you watch each of those movies back to back to back to back to back, they go congruently. Like they actually go one right after the other in real time, and it's pretty awesome actually. So,
Charles Lux said we need a Khan villain for the Orville.
yes, Charles, that would be awesome. Like, we need that type of villain. I mean, now we've got like the Next Generation style Borg, but like, who could it be that would be like Mercer's Khan? Somebody to come back and, you know what I mean? Because I mean, it's kind of hard because in the Wrath of Khan, that was something that happened after the original series, so it would have been like during their original missions that you know, Kirk did what he did with Khan and left Khan on Ceti Alpha. I always get it mixed up if he meant to leave him on 5 or meant to leave him on Ceti Alpha 6. I think they meant to leave him on Ceti Alpha 6, but instead they left him on the right. Anyways, doesn't matter. But the thing is that so that would have been the you know, the setup for that. So we would really only see the setup for Khan instead of seeing, you know, a Khan-like character instead of maybe the full-blown thing, you know. But it'd be interesting to see though. Man, what'd you guys think, though? It looks like we got F. Cole D says, great episode, thumbs up. Izzy's mom says, finally a Gordon episode. I know, I loved it. Yeah, Charles, that would be cool. A genetically engineered human from the 22nd century or 23rd century. I can't remember, what century are they supposed to be in on this? Because I haven't seen, I can't remember off the top of my head what century Orville's supposed to be in. Is it 24th?
23rd, I think.
23rd? Huh. I mean, you know what? There's so many pop culture references to our turn of the century, 25th century, which is interesting because it's like 500 years in the future. Yet there's still like all of these pop culture references to our time. It would be interesting to see something from our time represented on the show The Orville, I think.
There is one. Mercer's Kermit the Frog on his desk.
Well, I know I'm saying an actual, like when we're talking about like a Khan type of character,
yeah.
I'm saying that would be it'd be cool to have somebody from our time, because in the series, Khan was from like, I think it's supposed to be like 1999 or something like that, or 1994 or something like that, when the Botany Bay, the ship that he was on, took off for the first time, and so so I don't know. But it'd be cool to see, though. I would definitely love to see that. But yeah, another great episode. I loved it. Tiffany, what would you give it out of 10?
I'd say 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10?
I actually liked it. I liked that it was slow enough that I felt like it just, like, I got my money's worth kind of thing, where other episodes in the past have gone so, like, maybe it was the two-parter because they had so much that they had to fit in those 2 episodes.
Yeah.
That it just felt like it went by way too fast. I liked the pace of this episode, And the fact that you saw Gordon go through, no, he's my best friend, he's my good friend, and then he had to watch him die literally.
I know.
So it was very, very interesting, but I loved it. And it showed how, you know, the crew worked together to, you know, figure out what was going on. And in the end, them and the Krill ended up signing a peace treaty.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I just don't like waiting 2 weeks.
I know. Isaac.
I'd say 9 out of 10 for pretty much the same reasons.
Yeah.
That you said. I was gonna say that.
Yeah, 9 out of 10. I gotta give it a 9 out of 10 as well, just because this was. I love the twist with the daughter.
Yep.
Who was not the daughter.
She was the bomb.
Okay, hold on a second here. We're still talking about this. We're still trying to write the show a Khan-type character. Caleb says, or a man from the 20th century who was frozen to preserve the body until he could receive treatment. A shrewd businessman, capitalist, or billionaire, and jab at those frozen Walt Disney legends. That would be great.
Yes, it would.
That's perfect. That's perfect. So, I just got to say, this show, I mean, we haven't got confirmation yet of a season 3, but they got to do season 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They got to do season 3. We need season 3 of this show. I mean, I know season 2 isn't done. We're only halfway through, but they need to they need to do it. They need to make it so, as it were. All right, guys, real quick. So we're gonna I think Tiffany and I may over the weekend do more of a talk nerdy to me segment, but I do want to talk about real quick. Let's set this up, guys, and let's have a conversation real quick just about the DC stuff that's been going on the last couple days. I'm gonna set up the camera here real quick, and let's have a conversation with everybody about that before we say goodnight. Take you all on a little tour with me. All right. So let's talk about what's going on in the world of DC, because I tell you what, folks, there is good stuff happening. Like, I don't know if you guys watched my my couple of videos that I put out today, but Tiff, I referenced the Ezra Miller video where he's like, it's getting good. It's getting good. Because it's getting good. It's getting real good. So when Tiff comes over here, we'll... she likes sitting over there in that corner for some reason. I don't know why.
It's my pee corner.
But it's her pee corner. I don't know why you want to sit in it then.
It's my comfy corner.
Why you want to sit in the pee corner? Don't sit in the pee corner.
It's my comfy corner.
You can be comfy without sitting in pee.
I know, I want blankets.
All right. So anyways,
Whoa.
First of all, let's talk about Idris Elba, folks. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about that casting to replace Will Smith
I think that's pretty okay.
in the Suicide Squad? What do you guys think of that? Nothing. You guys are speechless right now, aren't you? Because I tell you what, it's brilliant casting. If anybody's got to replace Will Smith, that's it right there, folks. That is the guy to do it right there, is Idris Elba. Do you not like it, John? Now hold on. So is it because you really don't like Idris Elba as Deadshot, or is it because you wanted him as Green Lantern? Because that I could understand. You know, in Marvel, he was kind of a waste. I mean, they did a little bit more with him at the end in Ragnarok. Yeah. But, I mean, really, before that, all he did was really just kind of stand around. And so he's just such a great actor. Oh. Thumbs up to what I said? That you'd rather have him as Green Lantern? I think we'd all rather have him as Green Lantern. He'd make an awesome Jon Stewart. What? We're talking about this, dude.
He's like, I'm trying to get up on the couch.
All right. Yeah, Green Lantern. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I would love to have him as Green Lantern, but I'm just happy to have him in the DC universe. To be honest with you, at this point. But yeah, he would have made a great. He would have made a great Green Lantern for sure. A great Jon Stewart. So that means we still have to cast Jon Stewart. You know, for this Green Lantern Corps movie that they're putting together, so it'll be interesting. Caleb says, and I think that he could do comedy if the role requires it. He could knock the drama out of the park. Yep. Oops.
But he's actually got some pretty good comedic chops.
Yeah, I mean he's overall a really good actor. So I think that it's going to be interesting because now this basically confirms that even though they're mixing up the team a little bit for Suicide Squad, that it's a continuation of Suicide Squad, right? You want to see Will Smith in the MCU? So it'll be a continuation of Suicide Squad because Harley Quinn's returning, Margot Robbie's returning, and
I found the list.
Caleb says also, here's another movie in the rumor pile, but apparently about an hour after the CW confirmed the final season renewal, WB greenlit a script for a Green Arrow movie. Interesting. Now there was the idea that there was going to be a Green Arrow movie quite a few years ago called Supermax, and that never got done. That's funny, Charles. That's really funny. It's Nick Fury's long lost brother. That's hilarious. As Uncle Phil Fury. That'd be funny. So that's interesting. But also, so all of the people that we're gonna get so far that they're talking about the characters that we're gonna get in the next Suicide Squad movie, now done by James Gunn. And that is, we're getting Killer Shark. Or King Shark, I'm sorry.
Who's that?
Killer Shark 2. That guy. You know that guy. Come on. No, King Shark. What do you think of that, Tiff?
I think that's pretty cool because, you know...
the whole list on my phone of everybody.
Oh, you got the whole list? All right.
Yeah, he was trying to say that earlier.
Okay.
It's going to be Ratcatcher,
Yep.
King Shark, Polka Dot Man, and Peacemaker.
Yes. Yeah, so I did a video earlier today. So if you haven't caught that yet, watch that video here on the channel that lists all those characters and everything and just talking about that. But what do you think of King Shark being now on the big screen?
I think it's a great idea.
I think it's cool that we got that reveal the same week that King Shark made his return to the Flash.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's pretty cool.
And they advanced his story.
Yeah, and they advanced his story. And so I think it'll be interesting to see what King Shark looks like on the big screen.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Like how different he's gonna look.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, how differently will they do him on the big screen?
Yeah. Plus, like, one thing that I'm wondering is on 5.
Right, Jeff? Right, Jeff? Great character.
To be the king.
Like on the Flash, he's
What's up, man?
He's a great white shark, but in the comics, he's also been a hammerhead.
Yes.
Ah, that's right.
I was almost wondering what style of King Shark they're gonna do.
Charles, you just won the evening. Charles, we don't need to talk about anything anymore because Charles just won the evening with his comment.
Yes, we're not worthy.
We're not worthy. Hey, anything with Weird Al, sign me up, man. Sign me up right there and then.
It's actually our first date was to a Weird Al concert.
It was. It definitely was. So, So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see how the Suicide Squad movie pans out, what the final lineup ends up looking like, and who ends up being in it. But so far so good. You add Idris Elba to your list of actors. You're starting off very well.
Did you just see that on the cable?
No, what did it say?
It said that apparently there was a lawsuit from Alfonso Ribeiro
Yeah,
for Fortnite doing the Carlton dance.
That's been up for a while.
Yeah, that's been around.
I
yeah.
just saw
Yeah,
that for the
he
first
sued
time.
Fortnite because he tried to copyright the Carlton dance, but they said he couldn't do it.
Everyone's hopping on a bandwagon to sue Fortnite for any emote that's in the game.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was just like random.
Yeah.
John, Glass is all just made. That's all its own. It doesn't come out of anything. That is M. Night Shyamalan. Yeah. That's strictly out of his own brain. That didn't come out of anything else.
Brain.
Just came out of his brain. So,
brain.
Yeah,
but it's basically a tale, you know, regarding things like comic book heroes and what they would look like in the real world, things like that.
Caleb had a good point too.
Yeah, no, Caleb, I like that. The King Shark did have a heroic ending like that. And yeah, I mean, the Arrowverse seems to do that a lot, where they try to take even the worst villains. I mean, who would have ever thought that Captain Cold would end up kind of being that kind of character?
Anti-hero?
An anti-hero, you know, in...
especially on Arrow, Deathstroke in Season 2 compared to how he is now, he's changed a lot also as a character.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that you wouldn't have seen back in Season 2. You would have never guessed.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's interesting just to see how they do that, and but it's cool too. So so I like that. I don't know if I want to see a Green Arrow movie though at this point.
Yeah.
I think you need to wait on a Green Arrow movie. I think that Green Arrow is probably the least of the movies that I want to see from DC. I think Tiffany caught whatever Landon said.
You also said that about Pokemon movie.
What do you mean?
You didn't want to see it, and then all of a sudden Ryan Reynolds is doing the voice. Now you want to see it.
Yeah, but I just don't think that right now there's a point to doing an Arrow movie, because
especially when the Arrow that we've been used to for the past 8 years is going to be done next year.
Yeah, I don't understand. No, he's done. So you're going to create a whole new universe, a whole new character, and the thing is that the actual Green Arrow is very different from the one that's portrayed on TV.
You mean the Robin Hood looking one?
Well, not just that, but like basically the Arrow is as popular as it is now, largely because they turned him into the television version of Batman. In a lot of ways.
At the beginning of the series, yes, but now...
That's what got people watching, though, and even so, they've still made him this dark, brooding, billionaire dude who...
Yeah. Well, you also have to watch the past 3 seasons.
Yeah, but
True, Caleb.
It's still the kind of where it stems from, though. I actually kind of hope they redeem Thawne. Oh, no! No, Caleb. No, man. Thawne's got to remain the villain. Out of all the villains, Thawne's got to remain the villain. He's got to remain...
But Barry without a burden on his back?
But see, that's his burden to bear. That's the whole... To me, that's the whole point of Reverse Flash, is that he is Barry's burden to bear. That I don't want every situation resolved for our heroes. That they can somehow get to a point and just be okay, you know, because then they don't have any... Where's that challenge? You know, the thing is Barry is always going to be faced with the fact that he could have saved his mom, but in doing so, he would mess up the timeline, and so he can't do that. He can't fix it, and that's the whole point.
And Reverse Flash had to fix it back in Season 3, I think it was. Reverse Flash had to fix it in order to put it back to how it was.
Yeah, and so the thing is like that's always going to be how it's going to have to be, and I don't want to see it's like Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor, I don't want ever to be redeemed. I know there's been stories where they've worked together and blah, 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 blah. And in the end, Lex Luthor is a villain through and through, and he needs to remain that. And so there's some villains that just, to me personally, I don't want them redeemed. I want them left the way that they are in that constant struggle, you know, back and forth. Let's see. Will Smith, Weird Al Yankovic, Lady Gaga, and more as guests on the Orville. Wouldn't that be awesome? And have them on the Orville. It would be like Star Trek. I'd like that. Yeah, no, that would be awesome. Like I said, I think that they would be great.
We need to have more screen time with a little bit more with Patrick Warburton. I like his character.
Bring him back a little bit?
A little bit.
I had an idea about that. Caleb says 2049 Thawne is good now, but we have a Time Remnant Thawne that's still evil. Just imagine Thawne versus Thawne, maybe with evil Thawne played by Matt Lesher. Now that would be cool. That would be cool. I mean, because that's different. But the like I still want to see the true Reverse Flash just be evil, and not change. But no, I'm down for that, where you tell a story where they, that'd be cool, like a Time Remnant Thawne versus the regular Thawne. That would be cool. I'd be down with that. I'd be down with seeing that. That'd be cool. And let's see what else happened in DC.
Star Wars Park revealed their openings for.
Oh yeah, do you see that?
Yeah. Not just that, because Isaac showed me earlier.
The parks are going to be opened later
this year.
Yeah,
starting in the spring is going to start it at Disneyland, and Disney World it opens
in October or August. That's right.
Yep.
So by the time we finally do go, if we ever go, we get to go to Star Wars.
Well, and that's the thing, is as big of a Star Wars fan as I am, I will not be anywhere near Star Wars Galaxy for a while, because I just can't imagine the lines. I just can't even imagine
you
how.
Want to get in line to see the Falcon?
Look, I want to see it, but the thing is that you got to know that place is going to be so packed that you would just never get to really, I think, enjoy it at first. And I don't know that it's ever going to die down, at least in the near future. It's going to be packed for a while.
Disney doesn't die down.
I know.
Doesn't matter when.
But especially when something's new like that, people are going to flock to that thing. And that's going to be the biggest attraction, I guarantee you. Will be Star Wars Galaxy. And so I saw a meme of that this week, where it showed a picture of a dad and his son, and like people just walking by the Millennium Falcon in the background. It says something about like what we think Star Wars Galaxy will look like, and then it showed a picture of like the entire thing, just wall to wall people, and you couldn't even see the Millennium Falcon. It says what it will actually look like. And that's what I think so too. Yeah, Charles, I want to see the Krill homeworld.
Yes, that would be
what that looks like. And I think that we will. I gotta think that they have that in store for us. I think that they gotta have that in store for us at some point, because if they're coming to Earth, we gotta go there, right? We gotta go there and continue. Maybe the actual peace treaty, because this wasn't the actual peace treaty that was signed tonight. This was the precursor to the peace treaty. So that being said, maybe the peace treaty is actually signed on the Krill homeworld. Be pretty cool to see. Yeah, and then the other news is what's his name stepping down, Stephen Amell. So this opens up a whole other list of possibilities, because we've talked about Crisis on Infinite Earths, that we know that Oliver made a deal of some kind. Does this pretty much guarantee that he's going to die? I mean, I'm pretty sure, but of course they'll probably have to do some kind of spin to it or whatever. But we all know that, you know what, in some way, somehow, whenever they want to bring back Oliver,
just pull him from another Earth.
They'll pull him from another Earth or whatever.
Like
so. Caleb says, what I hear is that Disney is thinking about having time slots during the week where you can buy time alone for a big group. Wow. Well, maybe we should just get everybody in the Poindexter Lounge together.
Well, they have the Fast Pass going for Disney.
There you go. We should just get everybody in the Poindexter Lounge, get all 6,000 subscribers, and say we're all going down to
Disney World.
To Disney World, to Star Wars Galaxy.
Disney World.
And we'll all just book a personal thing where it'll just be Poindexter Lounge Day. How you like that?
I like it.
I dig that. Yeah, sorry, we don't have that much pull, but it'd be cool if we did. Just keep hitting them like buttons and subscribe, and maybe one day, right? Yeah. Lord Boogie says, "All right, I'm in. Let's go. Let's go." Yeah, Charles, I'm in for all the 20th century stuff that we can get in the Orville. I like it because, I mean, that's Seth. That's Seth right there. Seth loves pop culture, and it's one of the reasons why I love Seth, because I very much think that way as far as pop culture stuff. I mean, that's what I love, and I love stuff over the last 40 years, that I've been alive, and
I dig it.
I do too.
I dig it. So, all right, guys. Well, so there's a lot that's happened this week. There's a lot that's happened this week. You know, all this Suicide Squad information. So somebody mentioned something about Captain Marvel. I think it was it you, Charles, that mentioned something about Captain Marvel if we're going to do something. So here's my thing about Captain Marvel. I'm going to go see it, but I'm not probably going to see it this weekend. Unless we just get some free time, which I don't think we're going to. I'm not making a special trip to go see Captain Marvel. I'm not as excited about it, and no, I'm not one of these, like, I'm not protesting it. I'm not saying that, you know, she's some man-hating, you know, female, whatever. That's not my reason for it. To be honest with you, I just really don't care. As far as a movie, like, I want to see it to be able to see what happens next in the MCU, because I do like the MCU. But there's been nothing so far that I've seen from these trailers that makes me really super excited to see this movie, to be honest with you. It just doesn't. And because of that, I'm just, we've got other things to do this weekend. To be honest with you, it just kind of caught up with us. And so we'll see. We may do it, but the boys are all gone this weekend. And so because of that, we may not go just because of that. Because if we're going to go, I doubt it's going to be a movie that I'm going to see more than once in the theater anyways. And so I don't want to see it once and then have to go with the boys again, because I know the boys are going to want to see it. So we're probably going to wait maybe until next week sometime and then finally go see it. But so we probably won't be doing we'll do probably a review once we do see it. You know, like I said, I just I need to wait on this one a little bit. I need to prepare myself, as it were, for this one. And I know it's probably not going to be a popular thing with people, but I'm just, it's just where I'm at right now with that whole thing. I'm looking forward to Endgame. I definitely want to see Endgame. But I'm not super excited about the fact that basically they're just bringing in this new character to kind of save the day. It feels like to me a slap in the face to the rest of the characters who are part of it. And so, like I said, not protesting it, not boycotting it, not for any of those reasons, not political, it's not whatever, like you see some, see you, John. Thanks for being here, man.
Virginia Beach, awesome.
Virginia Beach, nice.
Better than our -1 today with the wind chill.
There you go. But so that's not my reason. I'm not protesting it. It's just that we'll get around to it probably next week. All right. So
Vermont town.
But please, hey, as you guys see it, if you guys see it before we do, please make sure to you know, leave a comment somewhere or whatever. Let us know. Go to our social media. Let us know what you guys thought of it. I'm definitely interested to hear what some of you guys think of Captain Marvel. I personally am waiting for the real Captain Marvel in about a month. I had a buddy tell me tonight that they were going to see Captain Marvel, and I said, but Captain Marvel doesn't come out for a month. He's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, it does. It comes out tonight. I'm like, no, it doesn't. The real Captain Marvel comes out in about a month, but whatever. I'm never going to win that battle. What did he say?
Are they going to make a movie about the Nova Corps?
Eventually, they'll get to it, Lord Boogie. I mean, I think that more and more the MCU is going to go out into space. A lot of those stories are going to be space oriented, and so the Nova Corps is definitely a part of that. I mean, especially with Captain Marvel now, they're pretty much going to have to. I mean,
Guardians has pretty much started it.
Yeah, Guardians pretty much put it together. Well, that's another thing too, because they are now officially using the using James Gunn's script, Guardians 3,
Dang.
even though he's not directing it. So that's interesting.
That's very interesting.
Interesting to see how that works, because his brother confirmed it, who's also in the movie. Caleb asked what I thought about his idea. I'm sad the two-parter didn't end with the bridge crew sitting at the bar and the bartender asks if they still want to do karaoke night. Ed Size walks up to the mic and starts singing. Frank Sinatra's Come Fly With Me. That's cool.
That is cool.
Well, that's cool, Charles. You're from the East Coast. We're from Michigan, so we're in the same time zone. So there you go. Tiffany's got family who lives on the East Coast, or near it.
South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina. So yeah, that's cool. All right, guys. Well, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. And now we got to go watch
Gotham.
Riverside, California. Lord Boogie. I've got a connection. Hold on. I know we were going to say goodbye, but then you brought up Riverside, California, and I love California. I was born in Las Vegas, Nevada, so I love. Hey man, what's up? What's up, chicken? My chicken nugget man. My chicken nugget bro. Braden, good to see you, man. You and William have been a little quiet these last couple weeks. Haven't seen you guys that much, but it is good to see you guys around. I was born in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I lived out there for a while. And then we also lived in California for a little while, but Northern California, so Sacramento area or whatever. But when I was 12, a lot of you know from watching the channel and stuff that I am a musician. No, I understand, Braden. That's fine, man. That's cool, Lord Boogie. Yeah, so the thing is, when I was 12, I recorded my first albums. I recorded 2 albums when I was 12. Well, one when I was 12 and then one when I was 13. But my birthday's in September, so I recorded one at the end of the summer, and then we went back out in December, and I recorded both of my albums in Riverside, California. Yeah, at a place called His Studios in Riverside, California, back in 1993?
Wait, was that back in the day? Sounds like a Tuesday.
No, wait. No, it wasn't. Hold on. It wasn't 93. No, it was before that. I'm sorry. It would have been. It would have been like 89. I'm sorry. Jeez, man, how old am I again? No, yeah, it would have been about like 89. Yeah, that's what it been. So, I was just out. This last summer. I was just out, not too far from there. I was in. Where was I?
Irvine?
No, I was in LA, but I was just north of Laguna Beach. I'm trying to think where I was. Laguna Hills, I think it was. So not too far. And actually, I went driving all over the place looking for comic book shops and toy places and stuff, man. Because I had a whole day. So I went to the Warner Brothers studio lot and I did that whole thing. And then I went around. I had some time off various times during my day for my conference, and so like I found as many places as I could. In fact, I drove all the way to Orange, and when I got to Orange, the comic book shop that said it was open was closed. But I went back the next day, and I found, man, they had all these cool antique places there, and I found all kinds of cool Star Wars figures and stuff, and like all kinds of awesome stuff there. So yeah, man, I love Southern California, so that's cool. All right, guys. Well, you know what? I love learning more about you guys, and I love the fact that you guys learn more about us, and we just have fun and get to know each other. All right. So, hey, guys, I hope that you guys have a nerdy week, and I hope for those of you, did you visit International House of Pancakes in Kansas City? No, I did not, because I can't eat pancakes anymore. So, at least not for now, and I'm just not eating them because my diet's completely changed. And so I did not, but I had a great time in Kansas City, and we got to do some pretty cool stuff. If you watch the videos that I put out now, at the very end, I've got okay, that's not what it is. Not what you were saying. So IHOP KC, what is that then? Oh, International House of Prayer. No, I didn't get, I'm sorry. What? International House of Pancakes, International House of Prayer, same thing, right? No, no, I did not.
Cakes?
Prayer cakes? No, I did not get to visit them. I didn't actually have a car while I was down there, so I was just kind of limited to the downtown area. About as far out as I got is, if you watch my, what's up, Soy-Based Jeremy? I got to, I rented one of those birds, which is a, yeah, exactly, right? Same thing, Braden. So I rented one of those birds, which is an electronic motorized scooter. And I went all around downtown in that thing, and so I filmed myself doing all kinds of stuff because I had like all this time on there, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to use it up. Stuff. I still have $8.55 credit on my scooter thing, and so but I went driving all over the place, and that's why at the end of my videos now, and I got that little loop of me riding the scooter all around in a circle and stuff because No, I haven't been to a Denny's in a long time, man. It's been a while since I've been to Denny's. I got great memories though at Denny's. We used to being in a band. Denny's used to be the place to go, man. You get done doing a show, it's like 1, 2 in the morning. You go to Denny's. Go to Denny's. Get the Grand Slam.
Eggs
right?
over my hammy.
Eggs over my hammy. Absolutely, man. That's
and
what.
IHOP, it's the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
I tell you what, I love some IHOP, and I love. We just recently got an IHOP here a couple years ago, and you couldn't even get a seat in that place for almost like 3 months. But no, I didn't get to go to International House of Prayer. But like I said, I was pretty busy anyway, so I didn't really get to leave. Did I go to Burger King? No, I didn't go to Burger King either. I haven't eaten fast food in well over a year. So down, like I said, about 170 pounds and feeling good. And so all right, guys. Well, hey, we're gonna check out. But thank you for joining us for another successful evening of watching the Orville along with you guys. You're getting a Cracker Barrel. You like Cracker Barrel? We got a Cracker Barrel. We've had it for a long time. I've never been a big Cracker Barrel fan.
I've never been.
I have.
She loves Cracker Barrel. I'm not a big fan, but oh well, right? It takes everything, right? There you go. All right, guys, we love you all. Thanks for joining us so much. We appreciate each and every one of you. And hey, tell somebody about the channel this week if you would, and let's grow this community, because I love having fun with you guys, and I hope that you guys have a lot of fun with us too. We really appreciate all of you and your support. All right, guys, have a wonderful night, and their breakfast is where it's at. Nice.